I'm Nicole King, and this is Marbella Now.
Hey, hey, it's a brand new day. Hey, 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 it's a brand new day. Halfway twisted.
Welcome back to the program. I'm delighted to have as my first guest of the day, Chris Kevill. He was on the show a couple of weeks ago, and a very interesting subject. So I thought it worthwhile to catch up with Chris to see how the project is advancing, because as I said, it's a very worthwhile one. Chris, welcome back to Marbella Now.
Thank you very much, Nicole. It's an absolute pleasure, and I really appreciate you asking me back.
You were so grateful the first time, and your project is so inspiring. And then Chris and I also coincided at the Marbella Arena when we went to see the tribute bands, which was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it certainly was. Yeah.
But I saw there you suffer with your back. I mean, is this something, you're a veteran?
Yeah.
Is this something that you've inherited from those days, or is this something non-related?
It's probably something I inherited from those days, and your son-in-law is helping me.
James Wheeler, JC Wheeler, if you need a massage and physio.
I'm seeing him tomorrow at 12 o'clock. So yeah, your son-in-law's helping me out with that. But yeah, it's...
Is that how you're finding Marbella in general, in a sense? I know you through Catherine Stevenson. She rents out VIP, really luxurious, top brand cars.
Yeah.
You and her knew each other. She suggested you speak to me. Are you finding in general that you're getting a lot of support as you go meeting people?
Yes, networking. That's what it's all about. You know, I met Catherine, and she pushed me to you. And I met Bill, who works at the boxing gym that your son-in-law works at. And he pushed me to him, and Catherine. It's all about networking. It's all about meeting people, and this is what Objigsaw is all about. Is about communication.
And it's getting the right people in contact with those who need your services, and that's what's so lovely about Marbella, in the sense of you can network and you meet loads of people, but it's meeting the right people that empathize with what your missions are, that can help you with your goals. And I think it's a nice thing when you're talking about mental health and well-being and living our best lives. I think all of us can relate to that.
Yeah, there's always somebody out there. So there's always somebody that can help. So I posted on my social media site is up and running now.
Congratulations.
Thank you again. So I have Facebook and Instagram, but they're just a signpost to my website, so to get people to communicate on the website. But I posted something yesterday, and it's saying, you have 2 ears and 1 mouth, and there's a reason for that. Is because you have to listen more than you talk. So you might talk to somebody, and they will hear you, but they don't know what you're saying.
They're not really listening.
No, exactly. So you have 2 ears and 1 mouth.
On this platform to communicate, the idea is that people at any time of the day or night who feel lonely or need to connect can go online and find somewhere around the world who's awake and ready to chat.
Yeah.
Is this physical, like looking at each other chatting? Is it just typing, chatting, or is it going to be anything the person, once you get that relationship going? What do you envision for
at the minute, it's you can create your alias, as I said last time. So you can be Mickey Mouse 123. So, and nobody knows who you are, but they can talk to each other, and they can open up. They can express themselves because they're embarrassed about talking to their friends or family, because they don't want people to know how they feel. So it might be the person that they're talking to. So it could be me. I'm Mickey Mouse 123, and you're Donald Duck 234. It could be us talking to each other, but we don't know. So
So they got the anonymity, which is obviously reassuring.
yeah, and you know, if they want to, they can swap phone numbers. They can WhatsApp each other eventually. You know, that's up to them.
It's just to get people connected.
So people who want to talk, but they're embarrassed about talking to people that they know.
Can you go into that? I'm sure firsthand you must have seen things that I don't even want to know, and you're probably not even allowed to tell. When one lives with, and I liked it when you said all trauma to someone is significant, but when you've gone through the type of things you have, why is it hard to speak to family members or friends? Because I think this is the hardest thing for
But you
people.
feel weak. You said it last time we were here. You know, like, aren't you meant to be strong as a military man? So you feel weak. You feel, you know, you've served on front lines, or you know, you've done things that majority of people haven't done. And so to admit that you have a problem, you feel weak. So, and you feel like, and then a lot of people, they leave the military and they haven't spent, sorry, I mean, they leave the military and then they spend a lot of time with their family, which is never spent. So because they're always spending time on front lines or under the water or on the sea or in the air or whatever. So, and then all of a sudden they leave the military and then they're with their wife 24/7. And they've never had that.
Also, imagine you're using machinery and equipment that's worth millions, and the responsibilities that you take on, and then when you leave that environment to find one's position. I know just when I became a mother, how do you switch from being like the party person, bubbly, and to now being a responsible mother who wears a bra and has to do the things that you're meant to do as a respectable mother? It's hard to find your new place in life with any change. The changes you see must be quite overwhelming.
It's a massive change, yeah. So, you know, you get married, or you have a girlfriend, you have a child, but you still work at sea. And then you come back from sea, and you leave the military, and then you spend all the time, and you realise that you don't actually get on that well with the person that you love, and you have a child with. So then you start arguing, and then, you know, that's a downward spiral. And I sent you the video today, which obviously we can't release at the minute, but it's, but that kind of tells the story. It is a downward spiral, and if you log into the website, then you will see on my bio, so what that video is all about, and I think it sums it up very well. And hopefully with Up Jigsaw, the end of the video shows going around on the beach, and we're, you know,
you're very invested in this project. It's obviously very close to your heart.
I think so, yeah.
So you've got this tattoo, looks very painful to me, but I'm sure it's going to be quite gorgeous. This is the concept. Operation Jigsaw.
Yeah.
You've done a jigsaw puzzle, which is your logo. You're looking for sponsors, I believe, to colour in the little
I've
pieces.
got one, which is a very, very good friend of mine, Peter Henderson, Grant and Grass. So he's sponsored the first one, but it was too early to do it. But Lakeisha, the tattoo studio in Marbella, they're going to touch it up for free, so to fill it back in. But I just want to get some colour in it. But yeah,
and this is symbolic for you,
yes,
in the sense of, is this to inspire you to continue? Because obviously you have a big vision, and it's another big mission, but it doesn't happen overnight. You're going to have to, piece by piece, put this together, get the information out there, get people involved.
Nicole, you've just hit it on the head there, piece by piece.
So what have you got left to do? What are the next immediate steps that we can do to help in what you're doing?
Well, what you've done for me is get the word out even further. So I thank you for that, and I really do. I'm so appreciative of that. And Last time I was here, I was very nervous. This time I'm more relaxed, and I want to thank you and Marbella TV and just Marbella Now TV. So
You're very welcome.
To help me getting the word out. Now I want to get it out further, but it's step by step. Things happen very, very fast, but it's getting there.
So we can follow the Facebook, which is Op Jigsaw.
Yeah.
We can follow you on Instagram.
Yeah.
Op Jigsaw.
Yeah.
We go to the website and we register.
And
Because even if you don't feel that you've got a problem emotionally, maybe you are willing to chat with somebody and be there when they want to speak to someone. So it really is a communication point for everybody. There are no limitations of type of mental
it's
distress or...
even if you don't have mental health issues, you can still register. So maybe you have insomnia. So you're awake and you just want to talk to somebody, but maybe somebody has mental health issues and they don't want to talk about their mental health issues. But you're awake, they're awake, just talk. It's not WhatsApp, it's not Facebook, it's not Instagram. I do have Facebook, Instagram, but that is purely to signpost people to the website. It's not a social media site. I said this the first time. It's not about social media. You can't scroll through people's profiles.
What do you see as a difference, for example, than people connecting on a Facebook or on an Instagram? Probably for me, it's the anonymity of it, that you can connect with these people, but without saying who you are, which does give you the ability to just be.
Open up. Yeah, just be who you are. You can. People on Facebook, my friends on Facebook, they know me. A lot of them maybe they don't. So we just, are you on Facebook? Yeah, I'm on Facebook. Let's add each other as a friend. We never talk. Instagram is more of a business model. But this is just, you can be whoever you want to be, and you can talk to whoever somebody else wants to be.
Right, without having that, to face up to it, or...
The pressure of saying, it's like, I text you, or I post something on Facebook, and you can read my post. So this is purely the anonymity, like you said, it's purely just being totally anonymous. You can say who you are if you want. You can swap numbers if you want. So you can build up relationships if you want. Or friendships.
It's just having that someone there and getting it global, obviously, helps that people are awake when others are insomniacs or whatever exactly.
Yeah,
just to get the... Yeah. It's a beautiful concept. So what we can all do, obviously, is sign up to the website. I should do so myself. I haven't done so yet, but I will do.
I don't think I have either. I've been so
don't
busy.
You think we need to... See, you have to lead by example. So you need to sign up to your own website, because I've heard it's really good. It's all anonymous, and you can just share your stuff.
I'm not even sure if I've actually logged into my own website yet, because I've been so busy trying to think of the next step.
Well, sometimes it's good to just stop, enjoy the success that you've already got, that you've got this far, which is very important, to celebrate each piece of the puzzle as it fits together, so that you enjoy the ride, because the nice thing is you're creating something for a lifetime. You'll never be done. It'll always be growing and adapting.
No, but you're a piece of the puzzle. You've helped me move forward. It's absolutely beautiful. Catherine.
Yes, good old Catherine.
The lovely Catherine Stevenson. So she introduced us, and it's you're part of the puzzle. You're part of this. You're part of taking it forward, and.
I'm sure all of our city is delighted to help you, and there's a lot of people who say we've got Lucy coming on now, Book Lucy, and she's doing a lovely book review about Vivian Lee and Sir Laurence Olivier, which is a passionate, mad love affair, which is I'm looking forward to. But she suffered, Vivian Lee, with mental health issues, and in those days no one knew what even bipolar was. She was just a difficult actress. So a lot of people, actually personally don't like the term mental health. I think it makes us all feel a bit, it should just be, if someone's just a little bit anxiety, bit of stress, need someone to chat to, you don't have to have a mental health issue.
I totally agree.
Well, Chris, I look forward to seeing you the next time. Don't go away. Chris will be back, I'm sure, in another couple of weeks to keep us posted so we can all get involved and help this growing community. And I'll be back in a moment with Lucy Chivers at Book Lucy.
John's car is still being repaired, so he's delighted that Judy has come to pick him up. However, after a very heavy business trip, he's less than enthusiastic when her car breaks down.
I ain't sure with Linear Director.
She tells John.
So please do relax. I've got this.
And she had. The taxi was there in no time. Her car safely towed for repairs, and a courtesy car readily available. Call Linear Director on 952 14 78 34 to see how they can better your life too.
Everyone that comes and wants to join our Zero Hero Association, they will have free non-alcoholic drinks at our venue at any time.
Hi guys, Ross here from Hogan Stand. Proud to be a member of the Zero Hero campaign. And we recommend everybody, nobody drives drinking. Everybody who drives a car doesn't have any alcohol in their system, and we're proud to sponsor the Zero Hero program.
GY is happy to be Zero Hero partner.
How cool is that? GY.
When I'm the designated driver, I think it's only fair that I get to choose a Zero Hero venue that rewards me with free soft drinks. My friends all get to choose and booze, and they feel safe going home with me. Make sure that you get your reward for being the designated driver. Why pay if you don't have to?
My dear friend Lucy Chivers is a fanatic and avid reader of books. Probably the only person who reads more than her is her sister Vivi, and together they just get through books that's like just amazes me. Very big fans of the bookshop in the Colony Shopping Centre with Alithia there, which is actually a very lovely bookshop. So if you haven't been, you should go. But you order books there, Lucy, you buy books there, your house is full of books.
Yes.
And so Lucy's become our Book Lucy for the programme, giving us some feedback on some of the things that you've read, and I'm loving the subject of today. Welcome back to the programme, first of all.
Thank you.
You've been missed.
Oh, thank you.
So I love that you've chosen Truly Madly. I
Yes.
think it's nice to have a real romance story, but a heartbreaking romance story,
is.
really. And quite relative, because we spoke to Chris about mental health, and Vivian Lee, it turns out, actually suffered from mental health issues that were undetected back in the day. So,
Well, yeah, because it was not diagnosed for years, and she really suffered, and the marriage suffered because of it, and it's so sad.
oh. What attracted you to read the book in the first place?
Well, it's actually written by the son of a very good friend of mine, and he works in Hollywood. So Norman said to me, "Oh, do you want to read it?" And I said, "Oh, yes, please." And I'm not a huge fan of biographies, but this, it really takes you in, and you can see the people. You can see where they are, what they're doing, and it really takes you in, and I couldn't put it down.
So
really
Stephen Galloway is the author,
Yes.
son of your friend Norman.
Yes.
And so it's nice that you've got to know the book from something so personal.
Yeah.
But obviously, I mean, this is a real novel. This is a full-fledged.
But it's so interesting because it goes through the films they did together, the ones they didn't do together, the marriage, the heartbreak. I mean, it's just so sad at the end, when she was really ill, and he came to see her, and then she died.
But were they still together when?
No, they were divorced by then.
So the actual her problem did create a big wedge. I know that the first time I understood that she'd had a noticeable mental depression was after she lost her, when she was pregnant and she had a miscarriage, and that kind of seemed to really spark everything off and change directions.
I think she had it before, and then it really came out then.
So when what was the things of the reading the book that for you were the most like iconic moments or the most surprising when you were reading it?
Well, Gone with the Wind, obviously, because that's one of my favourite films. The things that he did for her, and the things she did for him, and it was just them together at the beginning. It was just the love. They couldn't bear to be apart.
Because it really was. They were both married to
Yes.
other people when they first came together, and then they started the film together. And as I understood it, that they didn't do Rebecca together because of their passionate love affair, but they were married, and it was just not the thing to do
No.
in the day.
Well, she saw him, I think it was 1936, in a play, and she was watching it, and she said to her friend, "That's the man I'm going to marry."
And a friend hopefully reminded her, "You already are married, my dear."
Yes, I think he did. But they met, and they just fell in love, and nothing else mattered. It was,
So a really story of passion.
yeah, oh yeah.
But how sad, again, because of this undiagnosed mental issue, that she didn't get any help, and that obviously her husband couldn't understand why she was being such a fruitcake.
I think he didn't understand, obviously, because nobody did. And I think that did, and her drinking.
Oh, so she also took to alcohol.
Well, he drank. Everyone did then, didn't they? But she really, really drank a lot.
Very sad, isn't it? When you think the glorious Hollywood, the golden years, it's like there's so much finesse about the whole thing with Hollywood. It was so chic, and the costumes and the outfits and the dinners and the stalls, and yet really, like anyone, anywhere, it's just a guy and a girl trying to get through life.
But the way it's written, you get into their romance. You can understand from both sides, and it's very poignant. Very.
Do you know where we can get this book? I know you've got yours from Norman, but if anyone else would like to read Truly Madly, what would they have to do?
I just go to a bookshop.
So it's readily available?
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's been in the bestseller lists for I can't remember when it was actually published. Not long ago, earlier this year, but it is out.
Fabulous. So you recommend this highly, it would seem?
Absolutely. I mean, I'm not a huge fan of biographies, but this I would definitely recommend.
Well done, Stephen Galloway, for writing something well. I have to say that it's nice when you get someone who writes well. It really doesn't matter the subject matter if they make it interesting and bring you into the story.
Yeah, that's beautifully written.
Anything else that we should be looking out for to read on the horizon that you've enjoyed?
Oh, I've just read so many. The chap that read, he wrote Shadows of the Wind. He's Spanish. He's just had a new book out for short stories. And I can't remember his name, it's just gone out of my head.
Oh, but you write short stories. I keep saying to Lucy,
Not
she
like
needs to
him.
publish some of her short stories, because you've got some good short stories.
Not like him.
You actually did go to a writing club. Do you still do that?
It's finished for the summer. So,
but that's a nice thing. There's a lot of things, if you like reading and you like writing, there are a lot of things that you can do regarding literature in our local community that you might not realise. So there are book clubs, or you can go and do learn how to write and get guidance in that. And then you have bookshops like the bookshop in the Colony. As I say, I'm only saying that one in particular just because the owners are so involved and they read everything and they recommend everything, and they got
do.
very lovely books for children, and they had book reading with children, and,
And they do a reading group as well.
So see, lots of things going on. Lucy, thank you ever so much.
It's a pleasure.
Book Lucy. Don't go away, back in a minute.
Hey, hey.
Zero Hero, welcome here
at the Gaucho de Banús.
Let the music get to your heart. Let it set you on your way. No time to hesitate.
Welcome to Lemongrass, Doña Lola. Thank you very much.
Tearing us apart. Poison arrows shoot straight to your heart. We can change every
Zero Hero, welcome to Portofino, Cabo Pino.
worth your time.
Hi guys, Kazatua is proud to welcome the Zero Heroes. So come on in and enjoy free soft drinks for anyone who is the designated driver. Thank you, Nicole.
We are at
Hey, hey.
Regular viewers or followers of my social media and my Colin Marbella Moments will know that I have a new puppy. He's now 10 months old. His name is Boy and is a teacup toy Pomeranian. And knowing that little dogs live a long time, my beautiful darling was 16 when she passed away, I realized that I need to do something to make sure that my puppy behaves himself so that I have a pleasant life together with the animal that I love. And with this in mind, I was recommended to speak to George. And he's here because I haven't managed to get to the point of actually starting the training. I thought the best way is to bring you to the set, get to know you and commit myself to doing something with my puppy. George, lovely to meet you.
Nice to meet you too, Nicole.
Thank you so much for taking the time to come to the studio. You're much younger than I anticipated.
Right.
I thought it was going to be like a really old guy that's got all these years of it.
I get that a lot, actually.
But you have an amazing reputation. So firstly, congratulations.
Oh, thank you very much.
Lucy gave me your number, but I have heard of you from so many people that said you need to speak to George. So everyone wanted to give me your number. This was a general consensus. So
Well, that's very nice.
congratulations. How long have you been out here?
I've been living out here for about 13 years now.
Okay.
And well, my mum was here, and she moved us over here, and they've gone back now. So I
But
was
you've just
already,
stayed.
yeah, I was already walking dogs and starting to work with dogs at that point. So I decided, no, this is where I want to be.
It's a lovely thing to dedicate to. My son, we call him our dog whisperer. He's very good with animals. He loves them. I always say to him, you should do something with what you love. And that's obviously your passion. You found a passion. And they obviously like you, because otherwise you wouldn't be able to train them, right? How does this work?
You need to be able to connect with an animal and understand how that connection works and how to communicate with them in a way that works, really.
Well, I have no communication with my Pomeranian. When I want to, for example, go for a walk, take him for a walk, he loves his walk, but he wants to play. And I know that's probably my fault that I haven't played with him enough because he's a puppy. But when I give him that moment of attention, okay, let's go for your walk, he starts chasing, he doesn't want to come. I'm scared to ever take him off his lead because he'll just go. So
It's not that you haven't played with him enough, it's that those times are the times that he's getting very excited for one reason or another, and that's what you want to change to make the walks go more smoothly for you, so you can take your dog anywhere and have him walk with you through any situation.
Now I have to leave and pretend that I've gone, and I wait outside for like 10, 15
Oh,
minutes.
you're talking about
And then I go
right.
back, and then he's so happy to see me that I grab him and put his lead on him, and then I can take him for a walk. But I have to do a whole tricking system, I'm sure, with the right training.
No, you'd be better off walking him through that. So leash comes out. For example, one thing that I recommend people do when dogs get excited about the leash coming out is just take the leash out of the cupboard or from wherever you have the leash, put it over your neck pretty much, and then just walk around the house, make yourself a coffee, sit down, read a book, put the TV on, and then, after 15 minutes of doing that, take the leash back to its living place, right, and just put it down. Now, initially, your dog's going to be quite excited, thinking, hey, this is it, we're going for a walk now. But if you just practice that a little bit every day, you're going to really calm your dog before taking him
Right,
out
because it's
for a
like
walk.
that dopamine, no, that they see leash. Oh
This is
my
it.
God,
This is what,
party.
and people unconsciously reward that state of mind by just getting the leash on the dog quickly and taking him out for the walk that he wants to get on. But it's a hassle when your dog's that excited, when you're just trying to get leashes on and stuff. So you want to be able to do that nice and calmly, leave the house nice and calmly. And at certain times, you can let your dog know when he can get excited, when playtime is. But you don't want to do that at the wrong time, you know, or have him getting excited about dogs that he's not going to be playing with.
Yeah, I get the thing is for me, I feel guilty because a lot of times I just say to him, okay, this is your last warning, I'm going without you.
Right.
And in the end, I go without him, and it's like the whole idea of me going was to take him in the first place.
Exactly.
So it's quite frustrating.
It's just understanding what your dog has learned about that situation over time and through repetitions of doing it. And if you want to change something there, you have the power and ability to do that because you are your dog's pack leader. He should take and follow your direction. But a lot of people, they just share affection with their dog all the time. So you need to share exercise and discipline and affection
like with
your dog.
children.
Exactly the same.
Exactly the same as with children.
Exactly
It's
the
no
same.
good just all love. It has to be
It's not
some
just
kind of direct-
exactly.
Which is better then for them too.
Absolutely. Your dog's going to feel safer with you. He's going to feel protected by you. He's going to feel comfortable taking your direction. But for that to happen, he really needs to view you as the leader in his life.
Interesting. Well, I know that I definitely have to hire your services and organise this. What kind of... I'd like that when commenting before that I said my puppy's 10 months old. You know, okay, up to a year, you're kind of okay to...
Yeah, year one is really the crucial time for shaping that puppy to be the puppy you want them to be. So a lot of the people that I work with don't put the work into their puppies when they're young, and they kind of wait until they're older, and then problems develop, and then they need to fix these problems.
Mine was 6 months old when I spoke to you the first time.
Right.
He's now 10 months old, so
Right.
I really need to get a
So
move on.
I'm happy to help you out with him, Nicole. He sounds like a real character.
He's a great character. But little dogs do have a lot of character. I don't have a bitey, yappy one. He can be. but
Little
it's not
dogs,
generally
little dogs
his,
can get away with more. That's for sure. You know.
Yes, we had very big dogs, and one of them actually terrorized. We had 11 dogs, and then we got the 12th one in, a Doberman, and he
Right.
didn't go to bite them, but he'd body slam them.
Right.
I mean,
just
he
using
literally
his strength.
just his literal
Yes.
strength, and obviously you can have a little dog that bites your ankles, you just kick it away, like go away.
Right.
But you're not, and so obviously, not necessarily. It's just the size, the
It's
actual
not.
force
It's
of
not.
them.
Again, dog psychology is the same for all dogs, no matter what size they are. It could be a Great Dane or it could be a Chihuahua. It doesn't matter what size it is. It's the same psychology that they understand and that we need to apply. When people think of their dogs as little humans and they apply human psychology, that's when they get confused and they don't understand why their dog does the things that they do. Because your dog's not a little human, he is a dog. So we have to learn about dogs to be able to help them.
Because they are actually very expressive, in the sense of when my children growing up, we had always had animals and dogs, and it was really nice because I didn't have to teach my children basically anything about anything because the dogs just did everything.
Right.
They got
right.
to learn, and you see how we had white German shepherds, and when one, like the mother had the puppies, she would only let her mother look after the puppies, even though there were 2 other females. And you get to see that there's a family set up, that they have hierarchy, that it is important that there is a leader. They need a leader.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Very important.
So if someone has an animal that's even more than a year old, because obviously we don't all realize in time, and I'm nearly out of time having started to speak to you 4 months ago, what are the process? Is it a lifelong thing? What's the kind of time span is someone looking at to say, okay, I'm going to get George to train my dog? What kind of are we looking at? What's the procedure?
So really, what people should do is they should put the work into their puppy in year 1. If you take a rescue dog, if you take an older dog from a shelter, for example, that's different. But if you are fortunate enough to have a puppy that is under a year old, then that is really the crucial time for shaping that dog into being the dog you want him to be for the rest of his life, you know. So
And that's a very big point. For example, little dog, 16 years. If I don't want 15 years of having to play games with my dog, I need to take control of the situation.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. You don't want to have to be doing this, leaving him and coming back and putting the leash on for the rest of his life. So just teaching him how to be calm in that situation now, and then later on you won't have to, because you've already put the work into him when he was young.
So it's an obligation. It's a moral obligation. If we say we love our animals.
But it's not too late for you now.
Yes.
At 10 months, it's not too late. You can put
Because
a lot
also
of
for
good
his
work.
benefit, I want to be able to take him off the leash and him be able to walk and do his thing and
This
just
is
come
what everybody
back
wants to be able to do. Yes, yes.
without someone stealing him, though.
Exactly, yeah, there's other things that you need to be worried about, but to do that you're really going to have to form a good relationship with him and build trust and respect with him so that he can follow your direction in these situations and not just do his own thing or run off or run to the first person he looks at, looks exciting, or dog.
Exactly, he loves dogs.
Exactly,
He's very sociable.
exactly. Well, you've got to start off on leash. So if your dog's not listening to you when he's 2 feet away from you, he's not going to be listening to you when he's 10 feet or further away from you. So you've got to start off with basic obedience on leash, close to you pretty much.
Do you visit people's homes? Do they go to you?
I work with people one-on-one, and I work with people in the home, in the environment where they live and the dog lives. That's where I think most of the good work really takes place. But really,
because you're more educating the owner
this
than
is
the
exactly
animal.
it. Yeah, exactly. You have to teach people. You have to really be a human trainer and a dog trainer second to get long-lasting results. It's no good just going in and teaching a dog or training a dog and not teaching the owner anything, because they'll end up with more problems later on. It's really this understanding of dog psychology that all owners should have, and it will make their life much easier when they understand the animal that they live with.
Well, it definitely makes a lot of sense, and having the opportunity to catch this now before my puppy gets bigger, I'm going to do this without a doubt. But also something that Lucy and I were talking about, because I met you through Lucy, was that you're a musician and you play and do gigs, and we want to come and
go to
one of your
fantastic.
gigs. So
oh yeah.
Tell me a bit about your music.
We would love to have you come down to a gig. So I'm in a cover band, so we do rock music, rock covers, Stereophonics, Pearl Jam. I've slightly gone blank now, but
we weren't expecting me to ask you
I wasn't
about
expecting you to ask me about
your
this.
music.
Foo Fighters. So we do a lot of covers, and we're playing a gig in on the 29th of this month in Louis Bar
in Estepona.
In Estepona. I haven't been there, but it sounds very, very nice.
It's a great place for a gig.
You should
really
come
is
down.
a great place, and they have good bands there. So this is a
It's a big one. It's a big one for us. Yes.
Fabulous. And what's your band's name?
Times Like These, which is a Foo Fighters song. So yeah,
that's great. Actually, I went to the tribute concerts in the Marbella Arena just recently.
I did as well. It was
I thought they were awesome.
They were amazing.
I said to Lucy, "There's Led Zeppelin." I mean, I was just. It was.
They were
and
amazing.
the Foo Fighters, but it was just awesome. I loved it.
They were great. They were great. That was very exciting.
Okay, so 29th.
29th,
Louis.
July, I don't know what time that is.
Estepona. To see times like
these.
Times
yes.
like these. And also, if you want to train your dog, times like these.
If you want to get in touch with me, then packinstinct.com. You can go there and.
Do you cover the whole coast? What's your?
So pretty much, I do cover the whole coast. I will go as far as I need to go.
You're based here in Marbella, kind of thing.
Based in Marbella, Estepona. So.
And I suppose once you meet the dog and the owners, you then get to assess how much training is needed, so you do like an evaluation.
Absolutely,
on the first day to give them guidance and what
certainly, and we've got different training programs to cater for different situations and different dogs.
Okay, well, I've got a little tiny dog with a lot of personality.
I really want to meet him.
He's really cool. His name's Boy.
Yeah, that's a good name.
Yeah,
fantastic.
He's a good boy.
Good.
So are you. A pleasure to meet you.
Oh, thank you very much.
Thank
and
you so much
too,
for
Nicole.
coming, George. I know we'll be seeing more of you, and I think once I get Boy with training, I nearly brought him to the studio today.
Hey, that would have been great.
But when I was doing the interview, I've tried to have him with me, like my mother dog, who was older, and he was like, in the end, I was just wearing him on my head. He was just climbing up there.
Yes.
So
again, little dogs getting away with a little bit too much, possibly.
Yeah. So next time I will bring him, because he would have done some training by then, and we'll see how it goes. Just so you can show me what to do to keep him quiet, so he could be a TV star.
Absolutely, yes.
George, thank you ever so much.
That's okay, thank you.
Don't go away, because we'll be back again in just a moment with our CIT Marbella Guest of the Week.
Alright guys, so I'm the designated driver tonight, so I'm going to choose the Zero Hero place. So all of my soft drinks are for free. And if you want to go somewhere else, just check out the Facebook, Instagram or the zerohero.es website for any of the bars, discotheques or restaurants on there. I'm happy to go anywhere you want to go, as long as it's Zero Hero.
Maltese is proud to be a Zero Hero partner.
With Miss Roa, a new partner of Zero Hero.
Glad are proud to present Zero to Hero. Never drink and drive.
CIT Marbella is a business networking association, and for years now, I'd have to say probably a decade, between the radio with iTalk in the day and now here with Marbella Now, they've been sending a member of the group to the program, and it's wonderful to get to meet different people. It's a predominantly Spanish association when it started off, although there are a lot of international businesses that have joined on in the last few years, I'm pleased to say. But it really is a very established group that has very good connections, and they work very hard to promote the member group. So joining me today is Francisco, and he's from Mi Colchon, my mattress. And I really think it's an interesting thing to talk about, because actually it's what we all have in common. We love Marbella, we love ourselves, and we all need to have a comfortable night's sleep.
Yep.
So,
Hi, Nicole.
Francisco, lovely to meet you.
Thank you for having me.
My absolute pleasure. You are part of the marketing group
Yes.
for Mi Colchon, which I think I translated correctly.
Correct.
My mattress.
Yes, my mattress.
And I love it because I've lived in Spain for many, many years, and I seem to remember that name always.
Yeah,
so it's a very established company.
we have more than 40 years of experience in that area. We started in El Palo, a little town by the sea. So we've been growing, and we have now a lot of stores all along Costa del Sol. We have stores in Marbella, aquí in San Pedro Alcántara, Benalmádena, Fuengirola, Malaga City. We have a lot of stores too. We have the largest exposition in El Viso with more than 2,000 square meters. We have a lot to offer.
So really, in 40 years, it's grown tremendously. Is it a family business?
Yes, started as a family business.
I like that.
Yeah.
A family business and a Spanish business.
Yes, and in the team we are like a family too.
So do you sell to boutiques? Do you sell directly to the public? Do you sell to Corte Inglés? What is your standard outlets?
We serve the final customer. We try to offer them the best for their interest. We have a lot. Our sales team is a team of experts in the matter. So we like to call them mattressologists.
Mattressologists,
yes,
I like that.
Because they received along the year several lectures by specialists, so they know what to offer you to take care of your ailments or your pain back or lumbar pain or whatever disease that you could have.
It's funny because thinking about having a company coming to talk about mattresses is like, okay, bed bugs. I imagine bed bugs, you must have to change your mattress or do certain things to mattress. There must be a lifespan for a mattress or recommendations of what to look for.
Of course. In fact, we offer as long as 15 years guarantee. So, but you should change your mattress before that, because the materials suffer all over the time. So you should change when it's not good for you. But sorry, I'm lost.
No. When one's going to buy a mattress, you were saying about different ailments.
Yeah.
So obviously there's the preference if you have a soft mattress, a harder mattress, and
course.
then a couple will want different specifications for the husband and wife. There must be a lot of actual options out there.
Of course, you can have dual mattresses, so you can treat the ailments that you have, and your partner can do the same. We can offer different solutions for everyone who comes to the store.
And so people have to go and try the mattresses?
Yes, of course.
That's why it's important to have your shop, so people can go in and
test it. It's really important. So it's not just that our team can recommend you one kind of mattress. You need to feel comfortable in that mattress. So that's what we offer to them.
And when people, do you just sell mattresses, or do you do accessories around that, or you just dedicate to?
Yes, no. In fact, we don't only have Mi Colchon. We have also Nessun Interiors. It's a store for sofas and armchairs and decoration. So we offer all the the
Everything,
products
all the things that you need for to
in
be
your
comfortable.
bedroom or in your home. So
How did you get involved with the company?
well, I just sent my CV because I like what they do. I like the flyers, the ads that I see online and such. So I tried and they got me.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you very much.
But it's nice to see that, and I would like for our international community to appreciate some of the companies that we have locally Spanish, because I think foreigners are scared sometimes of, oh, it sounds so foreign, mi colchon.
Yeah.
But it's
yeah.
not, they've got mattressologists.
Yeah,
there.
yeah, we have. So I would like to speak about our English-speaking customer, because they're usually very demanding because they know what they want. That's not so usual. That's not a regular thing. So they know what they want, and we can offer them. We have premium brands as Imola or Ukla or Stressless, a lot of brands that they know, so they feel comfortable coming to our stores.
So you have your own national brands, but then you've also got the
Yes.
best of everything,
Yes.
so that everybody has their choice.
Yes, we
and then
try.
the fees, the ease of being able to go to all the shops along the coast.
Yes.
I do like this mattressologist. It's really good. I like that.
That's the idea
Specializing.
from our CEO, Jacobo.
Well, muy bien, Jacobo nos gusta, mattressologist. Because I think it is important. We spend, or should spend, 8 hours a day
Yes.
in our bed. And so to have that correct support is fundamental. We all know what it's like to sleep in a lumpy, uncomfortable
Yes,
bed.
yes. It's not just be comfortable. It has to be good for you in long term. You spend, as you said, 8 hours a day sleeping. You have to be covered, and your health has to be covered.
So you have your stores are open, I suppose, Monday to Saturday.
Yes.
Mi Colchon is MICOLCHON. It's all written down anyway.
Thank
and
you.
so you can, I suppose, go to the web and find out where
Yes,
the
of
closest
course.
stores are.
michaelchon.com and nesseninteriors.com.
And then go to the stores and just like, do you serve them cups of tea while they're lying on the bed testing the food?
We have a coffee machine.
Because I like to get the real feeling, you're sitting up in bed, reading a book, having a cup of coffee.
You can test it all the time you need.
I could just imagine, I could see English people doing that.
Yeah.
I have to try and see what it's like to read my book. And to
Of
do
course,
this.
you don't have any other way to feel the bed or the armchair in the correct way.
I just have one last question. It's a silly question.
No.
But we have 147 nationalities in Marbella.
Yeah.
Have you noticed any particular preference different between, say, Spanish, English, Norwegian, German? Is there in general a different preference of mattress?
As I said, in the end, every customer is a world. Okay, but the English speaker customer, I don't know where they from exactly, but they seems to be very they have very clear what they need. They have
So
they
more
come with an
education,
idea. Yeah.
More education as to the options.
Yes, yes, they have a really clear idea that what they need, and they ask for it, and we try to offer them what they really need, what they
So
really
that must
want.
be nice for you as well, knowing that people understand the importance of
Yes.
the option and the variety.
yes.
Whereas perhaps more with a national consumer, you're still educating
Yes.
them to understand that in the long term, getting a good bed today
Yes.
can make a big difference.
Of course, of course.
Oh, fascinating. Really, Francisco, delighted to meet you. Didn't
I
think
feel the
talking
same.
about mattresses could be so much fun, but I've learned a whole new word. I love words, and mattressologist is a good one. If you need a new mattress, check out Mi Colchon, a really well-established, reputable Spanish company. And we live in Spain, so why not support the companies that are here in the country we've chosen to live in? Muchísimas gracias.
Thank you very much. Muchas gracias,
Enhorabuenísima.
Nicole.
And don't go away, because to finish off the program, we're welcoming back Marisa Moreno. Not only is she a very well established and reputable lawyer of just law, she's also the honorary Danish consul and now also the representative for Denmark for the Chamber of Commerce. So a very busy lady, and very grateful that she'll be joining us in just a moment. So here we are at Everest. Very cold.
Yeah.
Stickers going up.
Hey, my name is Govinda. I'm from Everest. Welcome to Zero Hero Travelers Fusion to enjoy your cocktails, drinks, and happy hour as well. And food, of course, is delicious. Thank you.
We are at
So, welcome to Sister Taperia. Perfecto.
Everyone that comes and wants to join our Zero Hero Association, they will have free non-alcoholic drinks at our venue at any time.
Joining me in the studio to finish off this week's program is the delightful Marisa Moreno. She's been coming to the program for years. She is the Danish consul. She's also now representative for the Danish Chamber of Commerce and, of course, very reputable and well-established lawyer from Just Law. So, Marisa, welcome back to the plateau. We had a chat a few weeks ago, actually, at the Chamber of Commerce event in Malaga.
That's it.
There was a lot of cool people there.
Yeah.
And a lot of consuls and a lot of, it was a nice networking, but it was a little bit different to what we're used to down here.
Yeah, that's it. Well, it's another conception. Yeah,
so how long have you been involved now also with the Danish Chamber of Commerce? How do you have time to do everything? It's just amazing. And be here in Marbella.
Well, I've been involved with the Danish Chamber of Commerce, Spanish Danish Chamber of Commerce since 6 years now. Yeah.
I didn't realise. It was only when I saw you the other day in your element with all the other consuls and what have you.
But you have, you have to organize very well your agenda and sometimes to learn to say no, because otherwise it's impossible, because everybody wants everything now, and if it's possible for yesterday. So you have to say no, there has to be here and there, and so it's a question of organization. Yeah.
Good thing you've got a good legal brain on you.
Yeah.
And you know how to do that. Curiously, I'm going to ask you, although one associates Brexit with the British, it has actually affected many people, and you, in your legal capacity, get to see people of all different nationalities.
Yeah.
And it's curious to see how the Brexit situation is still very much a topic of conversation, of concern, and now there's changes of people before trying to prove they were Irish.
Yeah.
It would seem that now there's also a flow to become Spanish.
Yeah. It's not only for Brexit, it is, of course, because if you have no any ancestors that is from European Union, it may be the easiest is, for the British is to be Irish, of course. And you know that it's a cheap for cost. I mean, because I'm the Danish consul, that I know that we are not very cheap for issues. To issue our passports, but Irish are cheaper and are much easier, But now people are coming from not only Britain, but Americans, Canada, and many other that are looking.
All third world countries
including Britain, is trying to find out any fathers or parents or grandparents that have been in Spanish, and they are realized that maybe they have a chance to have the citizenship. So we have some consultation lately. Yeah.
I have to feel that there has to be pros and cons. That if you win one way, you're going to pay for it in another way, in the sense of it. But obviously, to get that European status. To be able to stay here more than 90 days is the objective.
That's the point. We have realized that there's a lot of people from the States, of course, a lot of people from the United Kingdom, they want to move or retire into here. This is, I think that maybe it's because the south of Spain has a huge coast in the south. Maybe if you see the picture of the map, European map, the southern countries, the widest coast is in Spain, probably, because Portugal has, the north of Portugal is more or less like England, is more or less for the weather point of view, I mean. So maybe Spain in this point is more competitive because we have a long coast with wonderful weather, and a lot of infrastructure, especially Malaga, Marbella, so people are looking to us again, but not now like a tourist destination only. It's like a living destination. Many people are moving to here and retiring to here. The level of life here is very good. If you have a pension, an English pension or a Danish pension or American pension, you know how much the people from the States pay only for health insurance? And here is, for us, it maybe is expensive and not for them.
It's actually curious. I saw a video and it was talking about the Spanish flag representing Thatcher and not representing the country, and how other countries that treat their citizens like absolute dirt have people kissing their flag, and yet in Spain I think the Spanish should feel exceedingly proud, because on the world scale of hundreds of countries, I think they're in the top 10 of being open to gay marriages. I mean, if you think about how open Spain really is, and the Renfe and the train infrastructures, I mean, in the States we drive around on a bus everywhere.
Airport, international airport, the harbor now, even the city, Malaga, is a new city. It's a different city, and it's unbelievable how the Malaga is growing up. It's probably the city that's going to grow most in Spain in the next 10 years.
It's a
with
big
the
shame
IT.
that most of the foreigners land at Malaga airport and then drive straight through Malaga without even visiting the city, and it's like Marbella's old town. Some people don't know it's there, but it is the jewel. And Malaga is a fabulous city, as you say, with the port and everything now, and the historic part of the city. Where are you from yourself, Marisa?
Well, I'm born in Malaga, but I grew up in Canary Island in Tenerife.
So you
but
have
I have been
the best of
studying.
everything.
But I have been studying in France, England, the States. So.
But you are true Malagueña,
Yeah,
which is
my father was from Madrid and my mother from Córdoba. So
perfect combination. Perfect combination.
That's it, so.
How have the Danish been reacting with all the changes that we've had lately? Because with the pandemic, I think has also caused a lot of people to either move over or go back home and completely give up. Have you noticed a big change in the Danish community?
Yeah. The Danish, we have to bear in mind that Denmark, if you think, is only 5.5 million people. So, and we have realized that there's a lot of professionals and people that can work remotely that has been moving into Malaga City. It's funny because Malaga City to work remotely and to live with the family here. Yeah.
It makes a lot of sense. I know a lot of people have reevaluated their existence, and as you say, now that we are allowed, a lot of people have done working from home. I don't think even 50% have gone back to how it used to be.
Yeah.
I really do think it's an enormous amount, and also it makes more sense.
Yeah.
When you can do a Zoom meeting, why drive up and down, waste all those hours?
That's it, and it's not only the time that you can spend in the transport or the commute, it's also the diesel, the petrol that you have to use for that, just for one person, So it's good. I think it's good, and I think the pandemic has teach us that we want to stop and settle down, and just to have some more time with the family, some more time with yourself if you want, time for yourself.
And that makes a lot of sense. And in fact, I think what we will do on that note is we will leave it there, because we're going to go and have some time for ourselves, go and have a little catch up and a chat, because it can't all be just work. And now we've got you down this side of the coast.
For sure.
Marisa Moreno, muchísimas gracias. Thank you so much. How do you say thank you in Danish?
Danke.
Danke.
Yeah. Tak.
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 Tak. Tak to you,
tak.
and tak to you too. Thank you for joining us once again to see what's happening behind the scenes in Marbella Now. You can watch recordings of the programme from the RTV Marbella.tv website, or you can just go to nicoleking.es with links to the RTV Marbella website and the recordings of the programme, also to my column Marbella Moments in the Euro Weekly News, and our Zero Hero website with an ever-increasing list of participating businesses who are giving free soft drinks to the designated drivers to remind us that it's nice to go out and party and to drink, but then don't drive. Get yourself someone to drive you home and keep everybody safe. Take care of yourselves, be nice to each other. I november la settimana che viene. Bye-bye for now.
Let the music get to your heart.